My name's Jade, and welcome to my first YouTube video. I'm 25 years old. I am from Utah originally, and I'm pregnant in my third trimester with our first baby, and it's a baby girl. Honestly, I feel very lucky because my pregnancy has been super easy from the very beginning. I am in the third trimester, so I know that that could very well change and it could get really hard at some point, but so far, the first trimester and the second trimester were really, really good, and I felt incredible. I don't know why that is. I've heard some people say it can be due to your husband's health. My husband is super healthy. He eats really healthy. We eat a lot of whole foods and stuff. I really don't know why because my sisters do get really sick and so does my mom when they're pregnant. So I kind of always assumed that I'd get really sick. So if you're scared to get pregnant because your family members get really sick, it could be different for you, and every pregnancy is different. So this might be a great one, and I have people telling me maybe my next one will be hard. I'd say the biggest thing in the third trimester is now that I am getting larger, it's harder to bend over. When I go and play pickleball, bending over all the time to pick up the ball is super annoying and I don't want to do it. I'm a hairstylist. I went to school at BYU, Brigham Young University. It's in Provo, Utah, and I studied computer science. And then I actually ended up going to hair school as well. And I got my cosmetology license and I just do hair now. And I work essentially every day. I try and schedule my clients so hopefully I have like one day off where I can get all my errands done, all my cleaning done. And so I try and kind of stack my days that way, but it doesn't always work out. And sometimes I am working every single day, but I love the flexibility of being a hairstylist. I like setting my own schedule. I wanted to be a hairstylist since I was a little girl, but it was just like everyone went to college and you got a degree. And so in my head, I couldn't do hair until I had gone to college and gotten a degree. But I'm grateful that I ended up going to hair school because now I have my nail tech license, my hair license, my basic esthetician license. I'm married to the love of my life. His name is Austin. We met when I was in hair school and he was working at some tech sales company or whatever. And he had just moved down closer to where I was living. And we ended up meeting actually on Hinge, if you know the dating app date. I had gotten it because I was in hair school and I was surrounded by girls and I wasn't really meeting guys the way I wanted to and the way I was at BYU. And he had downloaded it because he was in a new city and we ended up matching. And from our first date, we just clicked. It felt like we knew each other forever. And so we ended up dating we met at the end of September and we were married by the following May. So it sounds really quick, but honestly, at the time, it didn't feel quick at all. It just felt good, right? Like the perfect time. And so we had a blast. And then we have lived here ever since. I don't know if there's a chance we could move somewhere else for a little and then come back, but Utah is where both of our families are, and I'm a big family girl. He loves his family as well, and so I really like to be close to my sisters and my parents. That's really important to me. He is my biggest supporter. He's actually the one encouraging me to post on YouTube. I've always wanted to since I was a little girl. I have recorded so many vlogs and videos with my friends. This is something I love to do growing up. He has just encouraged me. He did make it a challenge so that I would actually follow through. So his challenge is that I post once a week on YouTube for the next 3 months, and then he's gonna buy me my dream camera, which is the Fujifilm X106. I have been obsessed with this camera for so long, and it's so expensive that I have never actually pulled the trigger because I don't know, it just feels like a big purchase. I'm not a photographer. I would use it solely as a hobby, and it's an expensive camera. I'm also not a photographer. I've loved photography my whole life. Like I've dabbled in it here and there, but I know there's a big learning curve, so I know when I do get it, because I am going to complete the challenge, I know there's going to be a lot for me to learn with that. But anyways, so I am going to be posting every single week. I am going to be learning what I will want to post. I still don't know everything. I'm kind of just diving in. I think sometimes the best thing we can do when we want to go for something is just jump in and don't think too hard about it. My favorite advice that I've heard from people is if you're posting content, post C minus content. Because if you're a perfectionist like me, you will keep wanting to edit and make it perfect before you post, and then you'll never end up posting. And so you just kind of have to dive in and post your not great content. Other hobbies that I have, I love hiking. I love to travel, and me and my husband have lots of travel plans coming up in the next year, which I'm so excited because now that I am videoing, I will have more videos. I have videos of us traveling to Thailand. I have a couple videos of us traveling to Puerto Rico, and we stayed on this beautiful island of Vieques. So I have these great travel videos that I took that I never did anything with, but I do love to travel. Our goal has always been to do one big trip to a new place every year so that we can just keep experiencing life. Even when our baby girl gets here, we are still going to travel. We have neighbors who are really good about this, where they travel all over, even with their baby girl when she came, and they just figured it out. I love to read, though I haven't read a lot of the really big popular book series, which I'm debating if I should get into Throne of Glass when I'm postpartum. Yeah, that is a little bit about me. Let's see if I can cut this video down. Thanks for tuning in, and I hope you stick around.